study Brazil, I now speak fluent Spanish.
Well done, Bob. In Brazil, they speak Portuguese.
Ay, caramba, que mujer, bien de horas estudiar por nada.
Forget every word, boy. It's useless.
But Homer...
And forget it.
All done.
In the past year, you may have seen videos by MonoNeon or Publio Delgado, or many other musicians who perform musical transcriptions of viral videos. Sometimes eschewing traditional rhythms or chords or even pitch structures, these videos attempt to capture the pitch arc and the dynamics of animated human speech. This sort of video is becoming very popular. In fact, several entries in last week's Jam of the Week were such videos, and they both went viral.
Impressive. Yeah, it's already becoming a meme in the Philippines. Look.
The history of this style of playing, attempting to mimic the tonal characteristics of human speech, goes back to the jazz avant-garde of the 1960s. Consider this recording of Eric Dolphy on bass clarinet and Charles Mingus on double bass. You can hear them chattering back and forth on one another on the recording of What Love off of Charles Mingus Presents Charles Mingus. It goes on like this for about 6 minutes, of course. For me, listening to musicians improvise with this form of atonality and squawking dissonance is far more rewarding than most of free jazz, because there's a very strong context under which to understand that dissonance: human conversation. Although some people will call this the Peanuts effect.
Yes, ma'am? The word is insecure? Yes, that's a word I'm well acquainted with.
So it's one thing to improvise this way, but how did we get to playing along with viral videos from this? Well, in the 1990s, guitarist Ron Jarzombek, which on iOS autocorrects to Jar Zombie, and his band Spastic Inc. experimented with composing to the cadences of cartoon effects and also cartoon dialogue, most notably with the recording of A Wild Hare, which follows Thumper's dialogue from the movie Bambi.
What you gonna call him? Bambi. Yep, I get that alright. Did the young prince fall down? He doesn't walk very good, does he? Mama, if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
When musicians attempt to mimic speech this way, they primarily use their ear to create lines that sound like people talking. After all, we're human, we talk to one another, so with a little bit of creativity, it's a very intuitive process. Interestingly, there have been scientific breakthroughs that take this concept far beyond what our ears are capable of. Using something called a fast Fourier transformation, we can take the formant frequencies of human speech and then translate them to our 12-tone system into MIDI data. Check out this really cool clip of this MIDI-equipped piano called a disclavier performing a recording of human speech. Another great example of this is this recording of a MIDI piano performing Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. You can really hear her voice through the haze of the MIDI piano. So barring any sort of frequency analysis, how does one actually go about transcribing speech into music? Well, there were a few things that I found while I was working on the Simpsons clip at the beginning of the video. The first thing is that all speech has rhythm, and even if I'm not thinking about it in terms of pulse, I'm definitely really focusing on the cadence of it. It can be very helpful to say the dialogue along in your head as you're performing it on your instrument to really get the inflection right. Another thing that I noticed was something called the speech-to-song illusion, wherein the regular repetition of speech creates the illusion of melody and song, illusion of melody and song, illusion of melody and song, illusion of melody and song. This illusion helps out a lot for fairly obvious reasons. When you're working on one of these transcriptions, what you can do is you can keep repeating a section to really get the tonal characteristics of the speech in your head. This whole thing is a very novel approach to making music, but I found the experience quite rewarding. I hope when you watch this video, you're going to start hearing music where you hadn't heard it yet before. This has been Adam Neely's Bass Lessons. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you've enjoyed this lesson. I have a new lesson coming out every Monday, so please stay tuned, and until next time, bass.